Assalamu alaikum, welcome and karibuni to our room of Zanzibar's kitchen. Today we are making this delicious crunchy Greek Spanakopitas, and for that I'm using 2 bags of baby spinach. Each bag is about 8 ounces, so that's a pound, which is approximately 500 grams. And you can use any type of spinach that you have. If you have frozen one, you can use frozen one. Make sure you thaw. And I'm just checking if my spinach is pre-washed, which was. So if yours is not pre-washed, you may need to wash it. But the important thing here, we're just going to make sure that we remove all the liquid from the spinach. So I'm just roughly chopping it. And you can use whatever spinach you have. You can also blanch. But today I am not going to blanch my spinach. This is a baby spinach that is also used for salad, yes, so it doesn't need so much cooking. So I've got it here in my pot, both the bags, and I've just added some salt that's going to help extract all the liquid. And then I'm just going to cover it on low heat, and then after 5 minutes, as you can see, it's all wilted and shrunk, and I'm just going to stir it and just make sure that all the liquid is removed, okay? Yeah, we don't want any wet spinach because it's not going to work well with the Spanakopitas. They're like samosas, but they call them triangles, all right? So you see? And then after that, I squeezed it completely with my hands, put it in a bowl, and then I added some minced garlic, about 5 cloves, and I've got some green onion here, about 5 stalks of green onions. Just cut it small like that. And then we have also got some parsley, which is totally optional, about 4 tablespoons. I also have lemon zest, about a tablespoon, some black pepper, and also dill, which is very important, fresh dill or dry dill, about a 1/4 cup, and some feta cheese. You can use any type of feta cheese that you have. And you can use the crummy. I like to use the block. I'm just going to remove the liquid first before I add it to the spinach. Okay, just like that. And now I'm going to just take it out and put it in the Now this recipe is perfect for, it's a crowd pleaser, and it's very economical, and it's also perfect for parties. I wanted to bring this during Ramadan, but I didn't get a chance. So this time I said, let me do it. So the feta cheese, I think it's about 500 grams, the packet. I don't remember. So I'm just going to mix this well. And if you want, you can add an egg, but I don't like to use an egg. I don't feel it's necessary. And now my mixture is ready. Now for the Filo pastry, this is the kind of Filo pastry that I use, Apollo, but you can use whatever is available. And it's 20 sheets in it. So normally it comes frozen, so you want to thaw it for about 2 hours in room temperature, or you can put it in the fridge overnight and it will be ready to work with. All right, so we're just going to open this. And there are many ways of working with the Filo sheet. Some people like to cut it straight while it's still in the packet, and some people like to spread it and then cut it, divide it. But I like to work with 2 sheets at a time. So these are 20 sheets, and so we use 2 at a time. And for 2, you get 4 pieces, so about 40 pieces of Spanakopita triangles you will get. All right? So I'm just going to cover this. Make sure you cover it and keep it aside so you don't want it to dry. And I'm going to keep my 1 sheet first of the Filo pastry, and this is melted butter. I have about 1/2 cup of melted butter, and you just want to brush it over, but make sure that it's covered well, okay? That's the most important part, because then they're going to be nice and crunchy. And then to that, I'm going to layer the second sheet, just like that. And then the melted butter again. And it's very simple, and it does take time, a little time, but I think it's worth it. Now for the Spanakopita triangles, they usually come in 2.5 or 3 inches. So it depends. So for this sheet, I like to do 2.5. So I got about 4. And I'm using my pizza cutter, as you can see. I'm just going to cut these just like that. And I like to work like this 4 at a time instead of working on individuals. Just like that. And you just want to separate to make sure that they're all cut. Now the filling, you want to go with about 1 tablespoon each. Mine, some of them were overloaded. So you will see later what happens. Because I didn't use a spoon, as you can see, I'm using a spatula. But I kept adjusting them. And then we're just going to fold this like how we do our samosas. One side, and then you go to the opposite side like that. I wish I had my camera on the right angle so that you could see, but I'm sure. Okay, and then we're just gonna do like that and like that. And the heat, my oven is ready at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I will write it to you in Celsius, just like that. And I've put them in the tray, and once you put them in the tray, also you cover them until you're finished with all the Spanapicotas. So just like that. And you can bake these ahead of time, by the way, and these are ready. Now we're going to egg wash. Now the eggs is egg yolk and little water. You can do egg yolk and milk. That's fine. And that's it. And then these baked for about 20 to 25 minutes. And you'll see how gorgeous and crispy they are. So since I was taking these somewhere, I had to let them cool before I cover them. And if you want to serve, you see the ones that are not broken. I can't find the right word. Blasted or whatever. And those are the ones that were overfilled. So if you bake them ahead of time, what you want to do is when it's time to serve, you just put your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and keep them for 10 minutes. Now, these ones were after I came back from a function, so they were not so crispy, but they were still good and crunchy. And I just served it with the tzatziki sauce and some dill just for decoration. Thank you so much for watching, and you'll find all the ingredients and measurements in the description box below. And thank you for your support. I wish you all a wonderful day.